Hi, thanks for watching this video. This is Mr. Bowman, and in this video we're going to show you how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. So before we show you the Algebra 1 version of this problem, let's show you the elementary school version of this problem. Let's see if we can decide if this statement here is true or not. Essentially what we're asking you is, if you needed to divide a sum and difference of numbers by the same number, would it be the same outcome if you added and subtracted those numbers first and then divided, as it would be if you divided each of the individual numbers by the divisor? If we look at the left side of this expression, if we take 6 and 15 and then minus 9, 6 plus 15 is 21, and 21 minus 9 is 12. And if I take that 12 and divide it by 3, I get 4. Let's see if that's what we get on the other side of the expression as well. Here, 6 divided by 3, that's 2, plus 15 divided by 3 is 5, minus 9 divided by 3, that's 3. 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 minus 3 is, hey, it's 4. It turns out that it's true that if you need to divide a sum and or difference by one thing, it means the same thing to simply divide each term of that by the divisor. So that's the idea that we're going to use for today's topic. So what it says here is that you can divide a polynomial by a monomial. Remember that a monomial is a one-termed polynomial, like 4x cubed here. You can divide this polynomial by that monomial by simply dividing each term by the denominator. So one way to divide 8x to the 7th plus 12x to the 4th minus 20x cubed by 4x cubed is to think about rewriting it as 3 little division problems. That would be the same as dividing 8x to the 7th by 4x cubed plus 12x to the 4th divided by 4x cubed minus 20x cubed by 4x cubed. Now, before we separated for the school year, we worked problems that looked like these when we were actually physically meeting together. So let's see if we can remember how these work. These are simply dividing monomials by monomials. And the rules here are to divide the coefficients, so 8 divided by 4 is 2. And the rule for division of like bases is to subtract the exponents. So x to the 7th divided by x to the 3rd would leave x to the 4th. Plus, now we've got 12x to the 4th divided by 4x cubed. 12 divided by 4 is 3. X to the 4th divided by x to the 3rd would be x to the 1st. You don't need to write the exponent 1 there, but you can. And then minus 20x cubed divided by 4x cubed would be 5. You know it would be x to the 0th, but a simpler way to think about that is that the x's would just divide out. I personally don't mind seeing x to the 1st in your answer. But in an answer key, or just in some of what you're going to use this idea for later on, it helps maybe to write x to the 1st as just x. There's our quotient. Here's another way to think about dividing a polynomial by a monomial. You can also use a box diagram to divide. Before we parted ways for the school year, in my classroom, students were multiplying polynomials by using a box setup. So one way to think about division is backwards multiplication. If I want to divide 15 n to the 5th minus 9 n to the 6th plus 24 n to the 3rd by 3n squared, one way to think about it would be to think about a multiplication problem where the answer is 15n to the 5th minus 9n to the 6th plus 24n cubed. And one of the factors that I multiplied to get it was 3n squared. all I need to do to write this division problem is to determine what belongs here. What polynomial would I have multiplied 3n squared by to get 15n to the 5th minus 9n to the 6th plus 24n cubed? Can you figure out what belongs here? What could you multiply by 3n squared to get 15n to the 5th? I think it's got to be 5. 5 times 3 is 15. If I need n to the 5th, and this is n squared, I need n cubed here. And a quick check, 5n cubed times 3n squared is 15n to the 5th. What goes here? Well, to multiply by 3n squared to get negative 9n to the 6th, I need negative 3. Negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9. I also need n to the 4th power, because n to the 4th times n squared is n to the 6th. Lastly, what goes here? Positive 8 times 3 is 24. What do I need to multiply by n squared to get n cubed? Yeah, it's just n. And if you set up the division problem in a box, your answer is going to be this other factor. 5n cubed minus 3n to the 4th plus 8n. Thanks for watching.